Well, good evening, everyone. It's Lonnie. We're back in the shed. And yeah, we just went to a basketball game. Watched LSU play their opener against Bowling Green. LSU won by, I can't remember, like 12 to 15, somewhere in there. I can't remember. But it was good to kick off the season or tip off the season. There's a picture from the game. I used my wide angle from the cheap seats. It was kind of cool looking. That's on the iPhone, by the way, iPhone 11. So, but yeah, I'm actually out here packing up some stuff because I know just yesterday I said that I'm not a Saturday shipper, but then in the comments for that video, y'all were talking about how John Snyder said, don't forget Monday's a holiday. And I think maybe somebody else said that too, but I've forgotten about that. So yeah, I'm gonna get a few things shipped out tomorrow while I'm garage sailing. So Heather from Houston, this is your stuff going out. Heather bought some SNES games for me, Super NES games, and here's your package. It's going out tomorrow. It's got to print up the label, but everything's packed up. So thank you very much, Heather. And oh, speaking of LSU, I've got a good friend that's going to a casino, or a sports book actually, tomorrow, and he's making a bet for me. I sent him $100, and I don't know what it's going to pay come kickoff because the line moves or whenever he makes the bet. But I gave him $100 to put on LSU to win the game outright. So the money line bet. So I think it should pay around 180 to 1. So if I win, I should get like 280 back. But we'll see. But by the time this video posts, it will have already happened. So wish me luck in the past. So I don't know. We'll see. I have high hopes. We'll see. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna pull is Aquaman, which is interesting because I was just looking at Aquaman when I was pulling orders earlier today in the last video. I'm like, wow, I'm surprised that one didn't sell. That one's pretty cool. And then it sold. And it's sold to a viewer named Lex. Lexi, I think, is her name, but her friends call her Lex. Lex Luthor, yeah. Ask it, and let's see, I don't know if you remember me. I do, because of your nickname. But Lex Luthor here again. Hello, Lex Luthor. I think you bought a Lex Luthor from me last time, right? Anyway, Lexi, or Alexis, she bought this Aquaman. Really cool. I like that color, those colors. That's kind of weird, huh? $12.99 plus shipping on top. So thank you very much, Lex Luthor. I appreciate it. Okay, I don't know how many of y'all were around whenever I bought all these PC games a while back. Probably a lot of y'all were. But I mean, I just got a ton of PC games for $30. Just a ton. And have done really well on them. But it's been a while since I sold one. And now I came back here and I can't remember the game that I came back here to get. Now I know. It's right here. Medieval Total War. This is not that old of a game. Probably mid-2000s, I would guess. Let's see if there's a date on it. Windows 98, 2000 ME or XP. 2002. Okay. But it's brand new, sealed. The factory seal is on it still, right there. So I sold this. I took a best offer. It's been a while. Took a best offer on that for $25. I've literally got like, I don't know, 30 cents into it, something like that. So this is a really good sale for me. All right, so this is good. Finally I sold this alternator. I don't usually buy car parts too much. I mean, I do sometimes. I gotta set this down somewhere. All right. I do sometimes, but not typically. But I sold this Duralast remanufactured alternator for Toyota Yaris some years. I picked it up in Tennessee at the Highway 70 sale for $20 and sat on it for July, August, September, October, November, 5 months. and turned it into $100 plus shipping on top. So that was a really good one. Took a little while, but finally found a buyer. Hopefully, crossing my fingers that I'll never see it again. I don't want anybody to use this to test a car or have some kind of trouble with it. It's a little risky, but the profit is worth the risk, in my opinion. Alrighty, I sold some audiobooks. Sandra Brown. Right here, should be 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 5 audiobooks. I'll look whenever I get back to the computer, but I probably charged $15.99 plus shipping, I think. Was kind of my, like $3 a piece plus a little more. Yeah, $15.99 plus shipping on top for these. Okay, last thing is a light bright, which I also bought in Tennessee. And I don't remember seeing it lately. I think it must be over here. No, I think it's over here. Yeah, right here. Yeah, okay. So this guy, this light bright, I picked up, I believe it was in Tennessee, and I paid $5 for it. And I think it was the second time I went to Tennessee, though. I think it was the August trip. So I've been on this for September, October, about 3 months now, and turned $5 into $34.99 plus shipping. So another good flip. I'm happy with that margin. It was a little bit of work to test it, but it's okay. Yep, that's it. That's all that I'm gonna pack up. Are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things I got to pack up, and then Heather's package is ready to go out too. Hey, here's a good question from Mackenzie Yawn. Hey Lonnie, with a very nice compliment. Thank you, Mackenzie. Whenever you're listing an item, do you normally look the item up first and select sell similar item, or do you manually type in all the item details? Which way do you find to be more sufficient? Also, do you always use your computer to upload pictures and list every item? I'm using a PC laptop, and sometimes uploading pictures seems to take way longer than when I do it on my phone. Keep up the great work. Okay, so Mackenzie, I'll look the item up first, and I do sell similar every time. And it's just faster. And I keep my description super short. That's what I do. You do need to like take a quick glance at the specifics and make sure that everything's good. Or you also need to pay attention to the title, because I've had stuff advertised in the title before that didn't match the actual item I was selling. So I do use sell similar every time, just because I don't want to like pick out the category of the item and all that kind of stuff. And I figure if it sold once with that listing and that title, then I could sell it with that title too. That's my thinking there. Do you always use your computer to upload? Yes, I do. I always use my computer to upload photos. Right now, I've changed a bunch. Like I used to use an SLR and all that stuff, but right now I'm using iPhone. I airdrop to the Mac my photos, and then I do all the listing work on the PC or the Mac or whatever, the computer. And you can do like a similar flow from like with a PC and either an Apple or an Android phone, if you want to do that. I know some people like to do drafts on the phone, upload the photos and then save as a draft and then finish them off on the computer. I know people that like to do that. Or I know, like, I think my buddy Cincinnati Picker, I think he does the entire listing on the phone. So I just don't, like, I'm a little old school. So like I can use a phone for sure, like no problem. Like I love the phone, but as far as like typing on it, I suck at typing on the phone. That's the main reason I put it on the computer. So also it seems like there's a lot of options that aren't available on the phone that are available on computer. I'm just more comfortable on the computer. I wish I would do it on the phone. I'd probably be faster. Okay, Zach, viewer question. Where did you get those beach balls and floaties from? Zach is talking about all these beach balls and floaties right here that are doing nothing but taking up space and reminding me of a bad buy. I got those from a store called Dirt Cheap. And I paid, I can't remember which was which. One of them I paid $1 a piece for, and the other I paid 80 cents for. And I have $180 into all of it. And I've only sold, I don't know, maybe $30 worth or something. So I'm stuck about 150 bucks on that stuff right there. And yeah, it was a bright idea. So, oh, I'll just lot them together. I'll just lot them together, then they'll buy them. And no, they didn't buy them. So I need to, that's a lot of shelf space too. That's the good high shelf spot too. So yeah, I need to get that back. I'd be a lot better off. I mean, what am I gonna do? I mean, I would gladly just donate this stuff, get the tax break, and get that shelf space back. That's what I need to do. Move on with my life. But yeah, anyways, that's not the question you asked. I got it from Dirt Cheap. Okay, here's a question from Salvador M. I don't remember watching a video of you listing the cards. Do you get a stack and start taking pictures one by one? So he's talking about the cards that are in the binders, like autograph cards and stuff. And I mean, I've had some good cards. I'm down to a lot of cards that are like $5, $10 or maybe a little more now. But at one point I had like $30, $40, $50 cards. I think I sold one for like over 100 bucks. So anyways, whenever I first got the binders of cards, I knew they had some pretty good value. So I didn't even look them up. I just like took photos. I think I took like maybe 10 at a time. And then I took the photos, uploaded them to the computer, and then I just like went card by card listing the cards. There's another question, I think, about like, did I make a variation listing? I didn't. And I don't, like, I've made variation listings in the past that did not comply with the rules, but that's the kind of variation listing that eBay, that you're not supposed to do, like where it's not the same exact card. The variation listings by rule, I believe, are only supposed to be used for size, color, things like that, like simple attributes. And I've actually broken that rule before too, but you can get in a little trouble for that. So do you comp one by one to know what? Yes, I comped each one of those one by one. There's really no other way to do it. And a lot of them I had to guess on. And then he says, I recently got a binder of Magic the Gathering cards and didn't know how to list them. Magic the Gathering cards, that might be something totally different. Like, it might not be, you may have some gems there and it might not be worth it to look them up. I don't know. With stuff like that, I think like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon. I had a question the other day about some Yu-Gi-Oh or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I mean, yeah, look them up, I guess. But I think people that actually know those games, like actually play them and have like a lot of experience, they have a huge leg up, because they can just like look at a bunch of cards, flip through them, and know instantly if it's worth something or not. Where if you have to punch in and look it up every time, you're going to be at a severe disadvantage. I don't know. Something like, I don't know what your inventory level's like, or what, like, or how much unlisted inventory you have, or whatever, but man, cards can be, that kind of stuff sounds like it could be a big time suck, and you got to be careful for those time sucks. Just saying. I'm not telling you what to do, because I don't know what your cards are worth either, but I would be very, very careful not to invest too much time in it. Trust me, I speak from experience on that. Caleb the reseller, do you ever let customers pick up their items locally, or do you only ship? Good question. I have actually met for local pickup before. Like, I will meet them like at a fairly close location for me. I've done that, I don't know, maybe 20 times over the years, and it's always worked out pretty well. I haven't done one in a while. I've had a few requests that I've turned down before though. like for, you know, like, hey, if I buy this $10 thing, can we meet for pickup? I'm like, it's only $3 to ship it. I'd rather just ship it, please. You know, like $3, like, I don't know. Or like actually anything like somewhat of normal size, to me, it's like easier to ship it than it is to meet somebody, drive and meet somebody. That's just how I feel about it. Unless it's something big. You know, I've sold plenty of big things in the past where local pickup was necessary. But a lot of times on small stuff, I won't do it, or inexpensive. If, like, it's got to be a certain dollar level before I consider it. And then at that point in the past, what I've always done is I've taken cash and then mark as paid when I get home. That way there's not like a item not received or whatever, since you don't have any tracking information. And they can't like take the money back because there's no electronic way to take the cash back. So yeah, I think that's still doable, I believe, paying like that, but I haven't done it in a while, so I can't say for sure. I was about to type out an answer to this right here. Renee says, is it normal for USPS to not scan a shipping label during shipment? So Renee bought some DVDs from me. What day was that? I'm trying to remember. Y'all probably know. Y'all saw me pick the order. I think I sent them out on the 5th. 7th was Thursday. 6th was Wednesday. 5th was Tuesday. So I shipped them out on Tuesday. And she doesn't live that far. I'm not going to say where. And I packed them up, shipped them out, just like I do everything else. And there is no scan on that package right now. So she messaged me on eBay, said, you know, hey, did you drop it off? Because it doesn't show I dropped it off. It just shows like label created. And I looked at the tracking. Sure enough, there's no scan so far. So what have I done so far? Well, I messaged Renee back, and then I also I started a lost package thing on the USPS website. So I'm gonna wait till Monday, and or actually I guess Tuesday, since they're closed Monday. And if no movement has occurred Tuesday, then whenever I bring packages on Tuesday, I'll go talk to them up at the post office, see what's up. But in the past, like I've only actually lost, like completely lost, like maybe 3 items in the past 5 years, like truly lost, where it never showed up. Maybe 3 items. So that is very rare. Not getting scanned early on is pretty rare, but it's happened before, and then it only, like, it doesn't get scanned until it hits like the destination post office, and then it'll say Alpha delivery. I've seen that a few times, but it is pretty rare. But don't worry, Renee, if you don't get your stuff, I'm gonna take care of it, no problem. Hey, there's Tony. Shut up, Lon E. All right, here's one from Josh. Hey, I have a question. I sold something that has a mechanical piece to it. Worked fine when shipped. Got a message saying it didn't work, but nothing else. I answered back and said it worked fine before shipping, and asked them to send me a video of it not working. Then received a message saying, never mind, I got it to work. Do you think I'd be covered if they tried to open a case against me? Kind of new to selling. Just wondering. Thanks, Josh. Bang Bang Bird Gang. What is Bang Bang Bird Gang? I've never heard of that before. It says it right there. Bang Bang Bird Gang. Do I think... Okay, so let me answer your question. They said, never mind, I got it to work. And do I think you'd be covered? I think you might be, but you also might not be. Like, there's no... I would hate to try and predict what eBay would do with any kind of case. Most cases, I'll be honest, most cases get decided against the seller. And then you'll have to like escalate it somehow. I've had to go, luckily this doesn't happen too often. I've had to go to Facebook, eBay for Business on Facebook before to get things rectified. And sometimes they get rectified over the phone, but usually not. So I would like to say you'd be covered if they tried to open a case, but I think there's a really good chance you would lose the case, to be honest. This is me being honest. Not saying it's right or wrong. I just think that's what would probably happen. Well, the LSU Bama game is over, and they finally did it. They beat Bama. Took their best shot at their place. Tua's hurt, there's no doubt, but Tua played as you know what off in that second half. So LSU took their best shot, I believe that, and came out with a win. That was such a fun game to watch. It was hyped up as a big game. It's going to be a great game, all that kind of stuff. And you know what? It delivered. That game was fan-friggin-tastic. So, man, there's a lot of people crying in Louisiana right now. Promise you that. It's been a long time coming, and it feels good. Whew. Go Tigers. Okay, so I hit a few yard sales this morning. And I just wanted to share what I picked up. There's not really a whole lot to talk about here. I picked up this catcher's mitt at a sale for $1. It's a Mizuno. It definitely looks older, but it's in okay shape. It's not like super brittle or anything. But yeah, North American Steer Hide Superflex Palm. There, that's the model number right there. I think this is a... Yeah, that's a right-hand thrower model. Got that for $1. I picked up these hats all for $1 a piece. Auburn, Astros. I don't know what Pensacola Blue Wahoos are. I picked it up. And I don't know what that is. That might be another minor league hat, or it could be, that could even be like a little league hat or something. But yeah, $1 a piece for those. Have 5 of them for $5 total. And then these are some cool jean jackets I picked up at a yard sale. Paid $5 a piece for these. They were asking $5 and I paid $5. This is a Levi's denim jacket that has like this red flannel check inside, and it's on the collar too, on the outside of the collar. And let's see, what size was this? The size up here? Yeah, it's a large, so that's an okay size. It's not the best. I think maybe an XL or something would be better, but it's a cool jacket though. And then the other jacket, it's not Levi's. It's like a, I don't know, it's made in China or something, but it's got a big old Universal Studios thing embroidered on the back of it. Escape Reality Orlando. So that's pretty cool. What size is this? And it says Universal on the front too. So I'm assuming they probably bought it there. Oh, the buttons all say Universal Studios. I didn't see that coming. That's cool. Okay, well that makes it a little cooler, because anybody could put like a patch or embroidery or whatever on it. That means it's like a legit Parks thing. Well, it's got a Universal Studios tag too. That's a large also. Made in China, 100% cotton. So yeah, $5 a piece for those. I've done pretty decent on denim, you know, jackets before. And the other thing, I got a bunch of I paid $2 for all of these. I got 6 boxes of these permanent light clips. So I don't think we need them. I'll probably just sell them. They come with staples and everything. So, do you have to have that light tacker? Crap, I hope you don't have to have that exact stapler. Oh well. I paid $2 for that. So that's everything I picked up. Just went out for a few hours. Nothing big. Yeah, that's going to be it for today. I will see y'all again soon. Hope y'all enjoyed. Take care. Y'all have a great weekend. Go Tigers.